The Senate will come to order. Senators will be in their seats and the clerk will call the roll.
Alley, Baumgardner, Berger, Billinger, Bollier, Bowers, Braun, Denning, Dahl, Estes, Faustigeau, Francisco, Givens, Goddard, Haley, Hardy, Hawk, Hensley, Hildebrand, Holland, Kirshen, Longbine, Lynn, Masterson, McGinn, Miller, Olson, Peterson, Petty, Pyle, Rucker, Skubal, Solentrop, Sykes, Taylor, Thompson, Tyson, Wagle, Ware, Wilborn.
Senators and their guests, please rise and give prayerful attention to our Senate chaplain, Pastor Washington.
Please join me in prayer. Heavenly Father, we're returning today from a time out, from a brief pause. We've come back to pursue our assignments, the challenges facing us in our endeavors. Now that we're back, we need your divine influence. As questions arise, we look to you for answers. As problems arise, we look to you for solutions. When there's discord and we have trouble reaching agreement, we look to you to bring harmony. For wherever you are is where we need to be. And we can't get there apart from your divine intervention. Because you made it clear through Isaiah the prophet in chapter 55, verses 8 and 9, that our thoughts don't even begin to measure up to yours. Your thoughts and your ways are so much higher than ours that it's like the heavens being higher than the earth. So there's no way that these finite brains of ours can come up with godly solutions for our earthly problems. Therefore, as we tackle the concerns that stand before us, bless us with your heavenly perspectives. And Lord, keep us humble. Keep us from big-headedness, realizing that all our successes down here are inspired and motivated by you up there. I come afresh in the blessed name of Jesus. Amen.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Introduction of original motions and Senate resolutions. The clerk will read.
Senate Resolution 1765 by Senators Petty and others, a resolution honoring the 30th anniversary of the Parents as Teachers program in Kansas.
Chair recognizes the Senator from Wyandotte County, Senator Petty.
Thank you, Madam President. Would the reader read?
A resolution honoring the 30th anniversary of the Parents as Teachers program in Kansas. Whereas over the past 30 years, Parents as Teachers has provided support, information, and resources for families with young children in Kansas. And whereas the Parents as Teachers mission is to build strong communities, thriving families, and children that are healthy, safe, and ready to learn. And whereas the program accomplishes its mission by matching parents and caregivers with trained professionals who make regular personal home visits during a child's earliest years of life. And whereas Parents as Teachers uses a research-based curriculum to provide parents with the skills and knowledge they need to make the best decisions for their child's education and healthy development. And whereas Parents as Teachers also includes personal visits, group connections, health health, vision, hearing, and developmental screenings, and other supportive community services for family connections. And whereas children whose families participated in Parents as Teachers program score higher in symbolic development, math concepts, written language, and communication, are more likely to be identified at an earlier age for health or developmental concerns, resulting in referrals to school and community services for early intervention. And whereas Parents as Teacher embraces learning experiences that are relevant and customized for the individual needs of each family and child, and whereas individuals and organizations that use Parents as Teachers curriculum benefit from understanding the evolving needs of today's families and children, now therefore be it resolved by the Senate of the State of Kansas that we honor Parents as Teachers for its 30 years of service and dedication to Kansas families.
Senator from Wyandotte.
Thank you. Well, first of all, I want to thank my colleagues, all 40, for signing on to this resolution recognizing 30 years of Parents as Teachers in the state of Kansas. I just want to share a little bit with you. We know from research that from 0 to 5, a child's brain development grows at a faster pace than at any other time in life. The Parents as Teachers curriculum is based on the most current brain development research and is designed to strengthen the foundations of later learning, including language and intellectual development, curiosity, and social skills. To achieve this goal, Parents as Teachers provide the following services: personalized home visits by specially trained parent educators, group meetings with parents of like-aged children where parents can share their experiences, their common concerns, their frustrations, and their successes, periodic monitoring and formal screening to assure that youngsters do not reach age 3 with an undetected health problem, a disability, or developmental delay, and a referral network that helps parents who need special assistance that is beyond the scope of Parents as Teachers. As you heard, longitudinal studies have shown that children whose parents participate in Parents as Teachers score higher in some symbolic development with math concepts, written language, and oral communications. They're more likely to have parents who read to them daily, resulting in higher school readiness scores at kindergarten and 3rd grade. They're more likely to be identified with health or developmental concerns at an earlier age, resulting in referrals to school and community services for early intervention. They have a lower body mass index at kindergarten entry. They're more likely to graduate from high school. And teen parents who participate in Parents as Teachers are more likely to graduate from high school as well. I have a couple of stories I want to share with you about some parents who participate in Parents as Teachers. The first mother's name is Sarah from Overland Park. She moved to Kansas when her first child was 6 months old. She and her husband were college graduates, and their new neighbors mentioned Parents as Teachers. They realized that they really knew very little about child development, and although looking back there were lots of yellow flags about their son's development, if it hadn't been for the involvement with Parents as Teachers, they would not have gone for early screening with the school district. Their son is on the autism spectrum, but because of the early intervention, he now at 5th grade, he is off his IEP and performing well. Now this same family also adopted twins, girls, and these were drug babies. And again, Parents as Teachers supported them. Then they had 2 more children of their own with rare speech disorders, and with the help of Parents as Teachers, they recognized and connected with infant and toddler services. Parents as Teachers availability gave this family knowledgeable resources to benefit the whole family. Sarah couldn't say enough good things about the support she received from Parents as Teachers. Then there's the mom of Amanda. She was 26 and had a college degree. She had just moved to Kansas and had no family or friends to turn to. She felt unprepared to be a mom. She found Parents as Teachers to be comforting and someone to talk to beyond the 5 to 10 minutes with the pediatrician. These are just a couple of examples of the thousands of parents that have gained from the support of parents as teachers, no matter their income level, their educational level. They've all found that parents as teachers help them to be a better parent, which then in turn help their children to progress and be ready to learn in school. A first-time parent is a first-time parent. I'm sure many of you can identify with that. Parents who have knowledge and support are less stressed and mentally prepared for the highs and lows of parenting. And with that, I yield to Senator Baumgartner.
Senator from Miami.
Thank you so much, Madam President. Today is a special day for us to honor parents as teachers. Every time that I have had parents that have come in with their wee little ones and had those representing different school districts that have served as parents as teachers, I always comment on how important the program is as far as that first introduction to a new family, establishing that first relationship with the school district. Some wonderful things that have happened in my Senate district with the different Parents as Teachers programs is parents have received the support that they needed for mental health services. They found out who within our district could provide some eyeglasses for a little 2-year-old that was in need and the family couldn't afford. They found out where they might go for a specialist to determine if a child needed a new hearing aid. And so Parents as Teachers to me is very valuable in this context. For those of us can remember going home from the hospital with a newborn, what's ahead of us? And Parents as Teachers get in those homes and help those families as they step forward in that future for that child. So it's a pleasure and an honor to advocate on behalf as Parents as Teachers, because they are helping that family, those new parents, learn how to advocate for the needs of their child and help them navigate what are the different services that are available for them and for their family within their community. So thank you very much, and I will pass it back to the Senator from Wyandotte.
Senator from Wyandotte.
Thank you. We are very fortunate today to have a number of guests with us on the floor here. I'd like to introduce them, and as I do, if you would please stand. We have Callie Peace, who is the Kansas Parents of Teachers Association Executive Director. We have Jackie Hempel, who's the Kansas Parents as Teachers Association President. Michelle Kelly, the President-elect. We have Cammie Brandon. She's a board member and Keystone Parents as Teachers Coordinator. We have Meredith Paloma. She is a parent as teacher's mom. We have her mother, Cindy, who is a parents as teacher's mom. And we have Naomi, who is a parents of teacher's child who participates in the program. We also have Joan Dunn, a retired coordinator from Hays, Kansas. Pam May from Northeast Kansas Service Center, coordinator. Christine Darden. And Christine is the Blue Valley Parents as Teacher mom and graduate. And as you can see, she has Robert with her as well. We have Christine's husband, Robert Darden, who's also from Blue Valley and as a Parents as Teachers participant. We have, and is that Tim or? Oh, that's Tim. I'm sorry, Tim's the dad. I got it mixed up here. Tim's the dad. We have Becky Peters, and Becky is a Family First Prevention Services Act Parents as Teachers Program Director. We have Susie Green, past president of Parents as Teachers Association. And with that, I would ask my colleagues to recognize those that are here present with showing them your way of recognizing those on the floor. I thank you very much. As you can see, we have those that have been participating or have been part of the program for some time, and those that are now presently in the program. So with that, I move an emergency be declared, the rules suspended, and Senate Resolution 1765 adopted by voice vote.
You've heard the motion. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Thanks for your presence and your volunteerism from the grassroots. Messages from the governor, the clerk will read.
To the Senate of the State of Kansas, submitted herewith for confirmation by the Senate are appointments made by me as the governor of the state of Kansas pursuant to law. Public member, University of Kansas Hospital Authority, Dr. Talal W. Khan. Laura Kelly, governor.
Communications from state officers, the clerk will read.
KSA 726143G requires that Kansas State Board of Education to collect and compile certain information related to school safety and security of local boards of education and provide the results presented as statewide totals to the Kansas Legislature annually. This 2017 and 2018 and 2018-2019 reports are attached. Signed, Kansas State Department of Education.
This report will be on file with the Secretary of the Senate and available for review at any time. Messages from the House, the clerk will read.
Announcing passage of HB 2428, HB 2438, HB 2452, HB 2456, HB 2462, HB 2463, HB 2464, HB 2469, HB 2470, HB 2479, HB 2480, HB 2495, HB 2496, HB 2503, HB 2507, HB 2518, HB 2528, HB 2546, HB 2554, HB 2587, HB 2619, HB 2646, HB 2699. Announcing passage of HB 2487, substitute HB 2506, HB 2509, HB 2510, HB 2516, HB 2540, HB 2547, HB 2575, HB 2583, HB 2585, HB 2618, HB 2695, HB 2702, HB 2708, HB 2713. HB 2428, an act concerning the Board of Technical Professions. HB 2438, an act concerning the State Child Death Review Board. HB 2452, an act concerning retirement and pensions. HB 2456, an act concerning crimes, punishment, and criminal procedure. HB 2462, an act concerning agriculture. HB 2463, an act concerning agriculture. HB 2464, an act concerning agriculture. HB 2469, an act concerning crimes, punishment, and criminal procedure. HB 2470, an act concerning crimes, punishment, and criminal procedure. HB 2479, an act concerning insurance. HB 2480, an act concerning insurance. HB 2495, an act concerning the Crime Victims Compensation Board. HB 2496, an act concerning driver's licenses. HB 2503, an act concerning retirement and pensions. HB 2507, an act concerning high school work-based learning programs. HB 2516, an act establishing the First-Time Homebuyer Savings Account Act. HB 2518, an act concerning crimes, punishment, and criminal procedure. HB 2528, an act concerning motor vehicles. HB 2546, an act concerning crimes, punishment, and criminal procedure. HB 2547, an act concerning motor vehicles. HB 2554, an act concerning enacting the Uniform Fiduciary Income and Principal Act. HB 2587, an act concerning the Probate Code. HB 2619, an act concerning retirement and pensions. HB 2646, an act concerning the Attorney General. HB 2699, an act concerning children and minors. HB 2487, an act concerning education. HB 2509, an act concerning cities. HB 2708, an act concerning crimes, punishment, and criminal procedure. HB 2506, an act concerning occupational regulation. HB 2585, an act concerning electric public utilities. HB 2510, an act concerning municipalities. HB 2713, an act enacting the revised uniform law on notarial acts. HB 2575, an act concerning public health. HB 2702, an act concerning economic development. HB 2618, an act concerning broadband deployment. HB 2695, an act concerning law enforcement. HB 2583, an act concerning cities. HB 2540, an act concerning school districts.
This constitutes introduction of those bills previously read. On a motion to strike bills, the chair recognizes the Majority Leader from Johnson County, Senator Denning.
Thank you, Madam President. In just a bit, I'm going to be making a motion to strike some bills from the calendar following turnaround, which is just a standard fashion motion. Madam President, I move the following bills be stricken from the calendar: Senate Bill 80, Senate Bill 81, Senate Bill 121, Senate Bill 344, Senate Bill 332, Senate Bill 259, Senate Bill 333, Senate Bill 353, Senate Bill 336, Senate Bill 361, and substitute for Senate Bill 366.
You've heard the motion. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Correction approval of the journal. We will now refer back to that order of business, introduction of bills and concurrent resolutions, and the clerk will read.
Senate Bill 478 by Committee on Ways and Means, an act concerning the issuance of certain bonds. Senate Bill 479 by Committee on Ways and Means, an act concerning veterans. Senate Bill 480 by Committee on Ways and Means, an act concerning the issuance of certain bonds. Senate Bill 481 by Committee on Ways and Means, an act concerning the Kansas Department of Wildlife, Parks, and Tourism. Senate Bill 482 by Committee on Ways and Means, an act concerning the Department of Health and Environment.
This constitutes introduction of Senate Bill 478 through Senate Bill 482. Reports from standing committees, the clerk will read.
Madam President, the Committee on Ways and Means recommends HB 2595 as amended by the House Committee be passed, and because the committee is of the opinion that the bill is of a non-controversial nature, be placed on the consent calendar. Senator McGinn, chairperson.
Are there announcements? Senator from Cloud County, Senator Bowers.
Thank you, Madam President. Ethics, Elections, and Local Government will have our meeting tomorrow, 9:30, 142 South, hearing on two bills, Senate Bill 406 and Senate Bill 423, both dealing with Sedgwick County. Thank you.
Further announcements? Senator from Johnson, Senator Lynn.
Thank you, Madam President. Commerce Committee will meet again tomorrow at 8:30, and we're going to be hearing an informational briefing from Blake Flanders concerning workforce development. And also wanted to just say thank you to the committee for being on time and alert for the hearing we had today. And coming off of a long weekend, sometimes that's kind of hard. So thanks to the committee, and we did great work.
Further announcements? Seeing none, the chair recognizes the Majority Leader from Johnson County, Senator Denning.
Thank you, Madam President. I do have an announcement before we adjourn. The Senate will be on general orders tomorrow. We'll be debating the following bills: Senate Bill 255, Senate Bill 409, Senate Bill 225, and Senate Bill 140. And we will also consider the appointment of David Weissar for Adjutant General, appearing on page 2 of the calendar. We'll consider that appointment tomorrow as well. Senate Republicans, once we gavel in, we will recess. Senate Republicans will caucus in our normal room, 548 South.
Are there any further announcements? Seeing none, Majority Leader Denning.
Thank you, Madam President. I move the Senate adjourn until 2:30 p.m. on Thursday, March 5th, 2020.
You've heard the motion. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carries. The Senate is adjourned.